Fishful Thinker is brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse. Gear up for unforgettable. Lowrance. Find, navigate, dominate.
An issue that can come up in the Western United States can be the artificial flies and lures only regulation. And that's something we run into all the time here in Colorado. And so that's why Johnson makes little swimming paddle shads like these. They're basically the same thing as this little gulp paddle shad over here, but this is unscented, unsalted, and is made out of PVC. A little pack like this, inexpensive, tie it on, throw it just like it is. Very, very easy way to go about catching it. If you want the all-around answer, hey, I live where I can't fish with any of that scented stuff, whatever, that's a good choice right there. The thing about it too is the body and the jig head are designed to go together, so it makes it easy for you as an angler to decide, okay, well they're already together and paired up. I have the right size jig head and hook for the right size plastic that I have on there, and that's a really good answer for us as well. Either that or the marabou jig is what we'll gravitate to when we do have the artificial flies and lure only restriction.
Now I've picked the spinning rod up, and somebody's gonna say, well, why are you doing that? Why are you picking the spinning rod up when you know they'll bite the fly? Because this water is really fast and thigh deep, and I've got a really expensive microphone, and I'm not gonna wade all the way across there and risk that. So instead, I can stand here with the spinning rod and I can hit those pockets over there and see if I can pick up a bonus fish that way. So one of the advantages I've said forever has been the spinning rod gives you range and control. If I make a fly all the way across there, that little tiny nymph doesn't get any sort of a decent drift. But with my unscented little paddle tail barbless jig, I can probably make some good throws. We'll see what happens. We'll start a little bit closer here. Got him, first throw. That's why you do it, guys. All the way across the river. And the thing is, I can pretty much guarantee you that there aren't very many fly guys that are wading over there right now either. And so we're gonna put this guy in the net right here because I don't wanna deal with him. And then we'll come over here. And there you can see what we're dealing with, guys. Perfect, there's a good shot of both the jig and the brown trout. Beautiful fish. Put him back in here. But that illustrates my point as clear as you could. I just threw all the way across the river. First throw over there got bit, and I can't get over there to throw a fly at all. So it's either don't fish that side or fish it with the appropriate tool, and this is the most appropriate tool for the job. When it comes to getting trout to commit to a bait, you're gonna have a lot of fish that'll bump a bait, particularly if you're fishing vertical. You're gonna have fish that'll come, they'll bump the bait. They're excitable. Long story short, they're very excitable, and erraticness can get them to bite. Pure speed can get them to bite. There's a lot of different ways to get a trout to bite, but the reality is they are very excitable fish, and that's important for you to keep in mind all the time. If you look at some of the footage from Ronnie Castiglione and I fishing vertical trout in August, so the water's very hot. We're fishing 3-inch tube jigs, and we're snapping them up and down. They've got heavy jig heads, they've got 1/4 ounce or 3/8 ounce jig heads in them. We're snapping them very, very aggressively. And if you watch, the trout will bite over and over and over again. Got him, oh. He's right there, he's right here, he's right here.
Get him, Chad.
He's coming back. Got him, oh, you gotta be kidding me, you got it again. Got him, oh, he's biting at every drop.
He's owning you, he's owning you.
He is owning me. Got him,
There
we go. Oh, come on, are you kidding me? Here he comes. Got him that time. Oh, he still came off. Fishful Thinker is brought to you by Lowrance. Find, navigate, dominate. Sportsman's Warehouse. Gear up for unforgettable. The thing that makes him not bite is if it holds still. So if you're a musky guy and you're coming out west to go fishing, think of this continuous motion as your figure eighting. It's up to you to trigger that fish to get him to bite, because he's there, he's curious, he wants to bite. You have to give him the trigger he needs to get him to go. And that's what can happen a lot of times with trout. If you're jig fishing and a trout bumps your bait, it is your best interest by far to keep the bait in the area. Just keep it moving. Don't just kill it. If you just stall the bait, he's gonna swim away, I promise you. If you pull it away from him too fast, he won't maybe follow it all the way there. You wanna keep the bait moving, but keep it in his area. That's gonna be important. And I would say probably 20% of the time, trout we catch on jigs, we catch on the second or third time they bite the jig.
That means you need to be in tune with where your jig is. You need to be in control of your slack at all times. Doesn't mean your line needs to be tight. It just means you need to be in control of your slack. A controlled loop laying on the surface of the water is your friend. Water piled up on the surface is not your friend, and straight, tight line means they feel everything you feel, and that isn't always good either. So controlled slack line, paying attention to where your jig is, watching your line if at all costs, and being diligent about keeping the bait moving if somebody bites it is going to be very important.
Well, that fish was on me for what, 30 seconds? Every time the bait would drop, the line would just go slack. He wouldn't even let it get back down through the water column. So,
you know, and that's one thing working with clients that we see a lot is that people have a tendency when they miss fish to go ahead and reel in.
Yep, totally.
And give
worst
up on
thing
the
you
cast,
can do.
you know?
Yeah,
And
worst thing
so
you can do.
That's one of the things I really key in on people with is about, you know, the minute you miss a fish, boy, just let it drop right back to them. And more often than not, they're going to come back and they're going to get it.
And I don't know if Cameron could see that trout, but he was chasing him up to the surface every time. And finally, when I tried to hook set and actually fully jerked it away from him to where the tube came up and out of the water, he turned on runs immediately. So he was looking to eat. There was one. He was looking to eat. We're going to get him now, guys. There, we got him.
Boom. Nice.
Just like that. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good one right here, guys. That's a good one. Grab the net, Ron, if you would. That's a good one here. Yeah, here he comes. Ooh, that's either a really big one or...
What you got going on?
I don't know. That's a big one, dude. I feel like maybe not. Maybe I just didn't have enough. That's a nice one. There you go. And you can extend that net real easy. There you go. Here he comes. Yeah, that's a nice one, guys. Here he comes. He's coming in right there.
Good job, man.
Good job. All right, let me get this 3-inch power tube out of here, guys, real quick. Right at the tip of his snout. Okay, it's out. Now I'm gonna leave the tube in the net and we're gonna gracefully pick this guy up. Hold still, Trout, hold still, Trout.
Look at that bruiser.
How about that in the morning sun, guys? That's, I mean, you look at my arm there, that's a good sized trout. And again, we're only gonna eat the one, so we'll be quick about putting him back.
So there it is, guys, jigging for trout with conventional tackle. It's one of the most consistent ways that we know of to catch trout anywhere in the country they swim, running water or still water. Pay attention to the details, watch your line, be a good steward of the resource because it is a very effective tool for catching trout, and I think you'll find it's a great way to spend a day on the water, regardless of the season. So if you'd like to join the conversation, please do so at Fishful Thinker on Instagram or Facebook, as well as our YouTube channel, also at Fishful Thinker there. We'd appreciate that very much. Otherwise, we hope you'll tune in, and we'll see you next week.
There he is, got him that time. Another one on the power minnow. That is a beautiful brown trout right there, guys, and we'll go ahead and get him put back.
Good Lord, where am I going with that? No, that one did not get it. That one did. Oh my God, I didn't see he got it. I looked at the wrong fish.
Got him, oh. He's right there, he's right here, he's right here.
Get him, Chad.
He's coming back. Got him. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You got it again. Got him. Oh, he's biting at every drop.
He's owning you. He's owning you.
He is owning me. Got him.
There
we
you
go.
go.
Oh, come
what is
on. Are you
happening?
kidding me? Here he comes. Got him that time. Oh, he still came off.